My name is Josiah Zayner, and I am founder of the ODIN. We are a genetic engineering company that provides people with kits so that they can do genetic engineering at home. I'm also the first person in the world to genetically modify myself with CRISPR. That CRISPR experiment didn't happen in a university lab or a hospital. It happened in a $2,000 lab that I set up in a house in West Oakland, California.
Hey, Josiah, I'm Minna.
Minna, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Boonsri.
Come in.
Thanks for inviting us over.
No problem. So what I actually did, so here's the DNA. You can see it in the bottom of the tube. It's just some liquid. I actually, went to a website online, went to companies. Companies will they'll make you custom CRISPR DNA for human cell editing for less than $500.
How did you get it into your skin then? You said you injected
So this
it,
one wasn't skin, so I actually did an
Oh.
intramuscular injection,
Okay.
localized, and the DNA was in complex with this molecule that helps the cells take it up, right?
Okay.
So it helps the DNA get into cells better. Once the DNA is inside the cells, then the Cas9 protein, which is the main part of CRISPR, and the guide RNA, which helps the Cas9 protein target the DNA that's going to be genetically engineered, are made in the cell. So you put this DNA in the cell, that stuff is made, and then the DNA is modified. Okay, so now how you use the pipette is this plunger. It has like two settings. So push it down. You should feel like
Do you go all
one
the
stop
way?
and two stops.
Yeah.
All right. So now what we do is, well, first you go down to the first stop, you stick it in, and you let go. It's kind of like a turkey baster.
Okay.
You know a turkey baster? You
Yeah.
squeeze out the air. So when you push down, you squeeze out the air, and then when you let go,
Suck it up.
suck it up. And then you put it in here, and then when you push it all the way down, and it pushes everything out. So you go for
Which
Alright.
one did you use?
So this one.
it. Use that one.
Should I do it again?
Yeah, go for
Okay, so down,
it. So do it.
suck, other way.
Go again.
This.
Oh.
Yeah, so do it twice.
I actually have to do some work here.
Oh no! I gotta do. All right. Now, what we do is these have little filters in them that bind DNA, so you can see the little white filter in there.
Okay, yeah.
So what's gonna happen is we're gonna stick this in a centrifuge. The centrifuge is gonna spin really fast, and the liquid is gonna go through, separating out the DNA and getting rid of all the rest of the stuff. Let it spin for a little bit. Liquid should go through. And you see now the liquid's on the bottom right there, so it just went through. And the DNA should just stick to the white filter in there.
So that's the DNA.
Yeah,
and then
this
this
filter
is
has a positive charge, and DNA has a negative charge. Then we run it out on what they call gel electrophoresis.
Okay.
Do you need me to go grab the DNA?
And you could see it fluorescent here. I don't know if you could see it here. Put
Oh
it-
yeah, I can
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
you
There's
can
a,
see-
you
you can
can
actually
see
see it.
There's
Yeah.
a band.
Oh yeah.
So that's the
That
DNA. It has a molecule bound to it that makes it fluorescent, so we can check the purity, check how much we purified.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we take the DNA and send it off to customers.
If someone says, hey, I'm buying this kit, and they tell you what they're doing, you think that maybe they shouldn't be doing that.
Well, the
Have you
thing is,
ever-
the crazy thing about this stuff is that it's really, really, really hard to hurt yourself. You can inject yourself with DNA, nothing's gonna happen, right? Or, if you inject yourself with something like this DNA, like the worst that's gonna happen is you might get a little swelling or inflammation or something like that. So, I don't encourage people to necessarily follow my footsteps ignorantly, right? I encourage people to get knowledge and learn to do this stuff, but I also want people to be able to explore. I think people should be able to have a choice with what they do to their body, what they do with their genes. I think that's kind of like a fundamental human right. So I try to balance the two.